Hi, I'm Sophia Bloemen. I'm the director of the film Maniac. The film is about a girl who dreams about killing her best friend, all because they like the same guy.
Fake.
You're fake.
Okay, literally, who are you talking to?
Our film challenges conventions by featuring a protagonist who follows traditional gender expectations as a girl, dependent on a man. The main character is a woman who dreams about killing her best friend over a boy. This is very stereotypical, as many assume most female friendships end over a guy. The film takes it one step farther by her killing her best friend. This goes along with many mainstream films that often depict female characters as meek and dependent on male characters for their happiness. Our film has a conventional narrative structure and a clear protagonist-antagonist dynamic. This will make it easier for audiences to understand and engage with the plot. It also challenges conventions by portraying the protagonist's internal struggle in more of a complex way. It adds depth and complexity to the character and the story itself, forcing the audience to question their assumptions about the characters and their motivations, because why would she dream about killing her best friend? The film also uses its premises to explore larger social issues, such as complexities of female friendships. By delving into these themes, the film could shed light on ways in which social norms and expectations can shape our relationships and actions. Overall, the film has potential to challenge conventional storytelling techniques and offered a detailed representation of social dynamics and issues. By examining the complexities of teenage friendships and the impact of romance relationships on a young woman, the film can provide valuable insights into challenges and pressures. Our film engages with audiences because the target audience of the film is teenage girls or just teenagers in general. It's about teenage relationships and how complex it can be. So it is hopefully aimed to relate to a lot of teenage girl situations because this is more common than expected. Yes, it is very stereotypical, but it is also a real life thing that happens. We hope that young adult females can internalize this film and realize that their friendships are much more valuable internally and externally than a male relationship. So we did this project on a time crunch. We changed plots kind of in the middle of figuring out this whole project. So it was a very quick change and we had to deal with that. So our production skills developed through that because we definitely had to compromise on some situations. We had to go from this extravagant idea to an actual film, and that was much harder to do in real life than in our heads. We learned to manage time and, even on a time crunch, get good shots. And no matter how many tries it takes, that angles are always super important, because in our opening we have this really long shot where there's just two girls standing, and I didn't want it to make it boring, so I had them stand there while I moved the camera. This demonstrated lots of angles and kinds of camera shots to add diversity and interest to the film, because standing there for about 2 minutes staring at feet is not very interesting. So this hopefully added depth to the film and also kept the audience's interest. We also played around with music a lot. We learned how to incorporate music effectively into the film. This was something we started struggling with, but at the moment we found the song we wanted to, it came really fast. Like, we knew where to put the music, we knew where to cut it off, to lower the volume, to make it louder. But at first it was very difficult to pinpoint the exact spots of how was the music going to impact this, because we knew we wanted it to be based off of the story, so we didn't want a random song. But also, our film isn't scary, but it's not happy. It's about a girl dreaming of killing her best friend. So it had to be kind of a mix of both, because it's not really a singular genre. Another thing with sound is the dynamic sound. Unlike a lot of other opening films, we included lots of vocalization. There were a lot of talking because we wanted to be faceless, because it was almost like a, oh, who is this girl? Who are these people kind of situation. At first, we were going to make it like a murder mystery kind of film, but then we decided that it would be a lot more meaningful if we had it as a girl dreaming of killing her best friend. So, with this idea, there was a lot of vocalization to get the main point across, because there's not a ton of ways we could have done that effectively without including lots of conversation. This was difficult to figure out because we couldn't have it going on for too long or else it would get boring. And we wanted to be interesting like that. So we had to cut out a lot of it and just to incorporate the important parts to really get the point across before the audience loses interest. These were found more effective to us as we are familiar with those softwares. So it was very easy to edit, took lots of work and precision, but in the end it worked out.